Hello everyone, today I'll be reviewing the Shengshou 7x7 and this is how the box looks. As you can tell, I do have two of them. There's no special awesome reason why I have two. I just have two, and they do have differences about them. This one hasn't have a change of stickers. The springs are the same, and all I did was tension this and lubricated it for the most part. This one, I did change the springs, change the stickers, tensions are changed, and I lubricated it. So this one is closer to stock, and this one is a little bit modified in a way. Let's talk about the stickers. So this one has Cube Smith, and this one is regular. Alright, so as you can tell, this is bright blue, and this is a pretty dull blue. This is fluorescent yellow, sorry, and this is just the regular yellow. This is fluorescent green, this is regular green, and just white's white. I love my fluorescent pink, and this is just red. And this is bright orange, and this is regular orange. Now, you usually get fluorescent orange with your Cube Smith set, but I really love bright orange, so I made sure I ordered that. I'm not a fan of fluorescent orange all the way. Alright, so let's get into the review of this cube, but I will mostly talk about this one, since this one hasn't been too changed. So let's go into the size of this cube. This is about how it looks to a 3x3, to a 6x6, Shengshou 6x6 actually. It's about there. So the V cube would be a tad bit taller, but almost the same. To a Payload 7x7, I would say this is about the same if you could cubify this one. It should be about the same almost, but yeah. But I want to note that this did feel smaller in my hands because it's cubic, and this felt larger, but I did get used to this, so it's all good now. And this is how it is to an 8x8. About there. Alright, the weight of this cube is not bad. I mean, this thing is heavier than a 3x3, and I definitely expect that. It is a 7x7, so the weight is fine actually. And as you can tell, it is a cubic 7x7, my very first cubic 7x7 that I own. Okay, so basically what I did to this cube, I lubricated it and tensioned it. I recommend that you clean out the factory lube, and that you just lube it with your own silicone-based cube lube. I would say you could just do PCS lube, Lubic, Silicube brush, just any of those type of lubes, and this will work. Don't over lube this, because I did, and I didn't like it, and I cleaned it out, and now it's all good. I would say this cube is, after you lubricate it, break it in and tension it, and when I say break it in, I would just say give it about I like to just give it a week. After you do that, this thing is pretty fast, actually. Not bad. Sorry guys, this is a 7x7 and it is kind of big for my hands. I'm very used to 3x3s. So if I make a mistake with turning, that's just because I am not all the way, this is kind of big. This cube is very smooth. If you're worried about it being crispy, don't feel that way. This is actually a smooth cube. Oh, made a mistake. This is actually a smooth cube. The outer layers are smooth and pretty fast. Inner layers smooth and pretty fast. The third layer is smooth and pretty fast. This is just a smooth cube. So not as smooth as a Guhong version 2. Because this cube is just really smooth. But it is pretty smooth. Just nice, and just a nice smoothness to it. Alright, let's go into corner cutting. I'm just gonna go for there first and see what happens. Okay, that happened. Okay, let's just restart. Alright, let's try these layers. And this layer. Third layer. So this is not bad. Actually, this is pretty good at corner cutting, actually. Reverse, I would imagine it wouldn't. No. Most big cubes will not reverse. So that's very expected, actually. Okay, so pops and lockups. So the thing is, this cube really doesn't pop much. I'm very serious. The only time it really pops is if you get a bad misalignment like this, and you're like sitting there trying to fix it. And sometimes when you fix it, a cubie just pops out. But for the most part, when I'm solving it, it just won't pop, and that's fine. I understand that the V-cube does pop, I believe, even when you're solving it. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about popping on this. All you gotta worry about is this type of ugly lockup. And I do get this because my tensions are a bit loose. But I have my tension, you see how easily I fixed that? I have my tension loose because I like it that way. I'm sorry, pops, don't have to worry about that. It doesn't happen often. Lockups, a lot of times you'll probably get something like this. And it's very easy to fix. What I usually do is just do that, and it's fixed. Here is a pretty nasty lockup. I would get things like this. It's not too hard to fix, but sometimes when you're fixing these nasty lockups, you'll get like maybe 1 or 2 pieces popped out. Wait. A lot of times when you get a pop, it's easily fixable, or yeah. This cube never misaligns. If you're used to the V-Cube 6, how it misaligns and just won't turn, that won't happen on this. So that's actually awesome. So I will show you a little bit of the pieces. We're looking at 2 pieces right here. We're looking at this piece right here and this piece right here. Okay, so overall performance, this cube is a very good cube. Corner cuts alright, performs great. The major problem I have with it is the ugly lockups that it can get if you don't have it on the right tensions. Overall, I do recommend this way over a V-Cube 7, definitely. You want to get this. I've heard people just liking this cube so much. I would definitely say go out, get this one. It's also cheaper than the V-Cube right now. I don't know if the prices will change, but right now this is cheaper than a V-Cube and better. So hey, more power to this cube. My overall thoughts of this, I really love this cube. This is my main speed cube, except the main for me is white. I want to talk about this a little bit, but overall performance, I love this cube. I definitely recommend it. This cube is very awesome. If you watch my YJ 7x7 review, this blows it out of the world. This is awesome. So I want to talk about changing the springs. Now, I did change the springs for I had an adjustable V-Cube core, and it came with certain springs, and I changed it for that in here. Someone did tell me that you can also use Cube for You, but I'm not sure. I'm only sure about the springs I changed it with. What I noticed is it made it like much faster, but the thing I noticed is it's less controllable, and it actually locks up more. The pieces catch on each other, like more lockups like that. It's mostly reverse, I would say. Reverse corner cutting lockups. Also, I want to add, it does reduce greatly. Remember when I was telling you guys about this nasty lockup? This, when you change the springs, it really reduced those. When I'm solving, I don't really experience those nasty lockups because changing the springs really help on that. But the problem is, like I said, it starts reverse locking up more uncontrollable, and it gets really fast. And the only way I can fix it is if I could do the Florian mod on this whole big old cube. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the floor and mod on this, but changing the springs causes more small lockups, but the big old nasty lockups do reduce greatly. Would I recommend changing the springs? That's probably the big question. I would recommend changing the springs if you will also do the Florian mod. If you decide I'm not going to do the Florian mod, it's way too long and hectic on a 7x7, then I recommend staying with the regular springs, because to be honest, the speed has improved. Basically what I'm trying to say is, it's not really worth it if you're not going to follow up with a Florian mod. So I would say the regular screws are just fine, but changing the screws, you gotta follow up with a Florian mod. And I will try that one day, maybe not. But yeah guys, overall the Shengshou 7x7 is a great cube. Oh man, I'm glad that I have it. And thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye.